SPS is broad. In a nutshell, it's just a series of procedures, of guidelines, of requirements that one needs to implement to basically prove that what they're producing is safe. Confidence is what is key. It is what everybody seeks when it comes to the purchase and the consumption of food products. Confidence in the sense that I can eat this, or I can feed this to my newborn or my child, and he or she will not get ill or will not end up in the hospital. SPS is one of those routes where you can establish that confidence in your product. Once you have an established SPS system in place and it is vetted and it's shown to be functional, that would open markets both locally, regionally, and internationally. When Bahamas first started in 2000, you could count the number of countries you were exporting to on your hand. It wasn't more than 5 to 7. Today, thanks to SPS, thanks to the confidence that our SPS program has put into our products, not only fish, the markets have increased almost threefold. Now we have a little over 30 markets. An example that comes to mind is our sister country, Jamaica, that now exports, for example, conch into the EU markets. This is a product that is very, very difficult to take into the EU. But through years of trying and implementing SPS, they are now exporting conch to the EU. With that said, Belize has traditionally exported shrimp to the EU. However, we want to open that market also to our local conch. So I have liaised with my counterpart in Jamaica, and we see how we can collaborate efforts. There is no need to reinvent the wheel. Jamaica has already made the first step for the Caribbean region. Now we just have to share from what they have learned and their experience. Initially, SPS was more geared towards the industrialized and markets that were geared for export. However, we have changed that mentality here, and now we want to implement it to the local producers. They might not have the finance to construct an elaborate facility that will meet, for example, a hassle. But at least we can start with the basics, such as good manufacturing practices and the sanitation, standard operating procedures, and thus give confidence in the product they are putting on the local markets. But more importantly, gives them the first step that they will need to have in place to even think about exporting their product. The Caribbean is known to be a huge importer of foodstuff. We have to look after our population. We have to look at the health of our people. We have to look after the health of our environment, of our agricultural products. And thus SPS, though at this point it's more the industrialized countries that are pushing it and requiring it, should be really and truly across the board. It does not matter. We introduce things like risk assessment, risk analysis for products that are coming in. We have our quarantine officers at the borders that check to make sure nothing is coming in through the formal borders. Unfortunately, we have many informal borders. The risk assessments we do is all science-based, and just evaluates the potential risk of it coming in, whether it's for food, whether it's for feed, or whether it's for agricultural purposes. We have been mandated with the task of being the gatekeepers when it comes to food safety and agricultural health. And we take that responsibility very serious. Sometimes the public will get angry with us because they truly don't understand why we're doing this. Why can't I bring this across the border? But realization is that if a disease comes in here, it could potentially destroy an entire industry. Would it be, for example, bringing across a poultry with avian influenza, or bringing in a diseased shrimp could wipe out an entire multi-million-dollar industry.